All right, everybody. This is our Ford Bronco Badlands. Just a quick overview of it. This is the carbonized gray color. This is a non-Sasquatch, so this is just your regular size wheel and tire option. This one did come with the rock rail opposed to the step, so those two things are interchangeable if you wanted to. You could take those down and replace it with a side step if you need help getting in and out of the vehicle. That is something that we offer here as well. Full-size spare tire on the back, just like a Jeep. Recovery hooks on the bottom, parking sensors all the way around. This one is a 334A, giving you the Luxe package. That's going to give you the dual zone climate control, adaptive cruise, 360 camera. So this is a pretty well equipped Badlands. One benefit of the Bronco is that you have the mirror that's not attached to the door. So if you do want to take the doors off in the summer, you'd be able to do that without losing your turn signals and your mirrors. Another option that the vehicle has is this heavy-duty modular front bumper that you'd be able to attach accessories to. So seeing any of these screws, you would be able to attach a bunch of different accessories like the bull bar on the front, potentially a winch if you wanted. This one does have the LED headlights. On the Badlands, you get this flat gray type of grille with the white Bronco lettering in it, which is nice. And then you do have openings on the bottom right here if you wanted to add some additional lighting. You got your recovery hooks in the front as well. You could see it through there a little bit. You could see that it has the suspension right there, the yellow shock towers on the suspension. So that's something that also comes with the Badlands. Let's take a look inside. Alright, so this one does have the easy entry and exit. You could see it right on the handle there with the lock on the covering the handle and the unlock reaching behind the handle. So you have power locking doors on the panel right here. Then this one does have the marine grade vinyl interior with the manual operation on the seats. So lumbar, forward, back, recline. And then you have your power window and mirrors right there on the center, right by the console there. So you got a grab handle to get in and out of the vehicle. A little bit of Easter eggs. You do have the Bronco embroidered or pressed into the seat, as well as the logo right there in the steering wheel. The doors and the entry is pretty simplistic on the vehicle, so it is waterproof. You do have a little storage net basket right here, and then the operation of the doors. So you have the electrical connection in the middle right there, and then the hinges with bolts on both sides right there on the bottom. So really easy to take the doors off of the vehicle. You would just have, as a matter of fact, they have a lift point spelled out for you right on the door there. There's one on that side, and then you just grab the handle on the other side and you'd be able to pick the doors up. They're moderate weight. They're probably about 40-50 pounds each. Let's hop in. Start the car. So with it being the Badlands with the Luxe package, you do have the leather wrapped steering wheel. On the left keypad you have your cruise control settings, lane keeping system, volume button for the radio, and then on the right side you have your Bluetooth controls, menu options, changing of the channels. This one does have the large Sync 5 touchscreen display with built-in navigation. So make sure that the radio's down. You got your shortcuts on the bottom right here, so audio, phone, navigation, apps, settings, and features, so you can change all of those things on there at your pleasure. Driver assistance features. This one is a push-button start. And then some quick controls on here. You do have access to the 360 camera on the vehicle, front, both sides, and rear. Auto start stop on and off, parking sensors. Good example for those is like if you're going through a drive-through or if you're going through a car wash, like I just had to use them to prep the vehicle for the video. Heated seats, heated steering wheel is available on the Badlands. It's not standard, but this one does have them. And then dual zone climate control is a part of the Luxe package. Looking down, you have your gear selector. So one of the few vehicles that still uses a shifter. And then you have your dial for the drive modes. You have your transfer case for the 2 high, 4 low, and 4 auto. And then you got your window controls down here, like I said. So you got driver back, passenger front. Mirror controls. And then moving up, you do have a little Bronco script right there in the dash. It's kind of pressed into the dash right there. On this side, you have your headlight controls, dimmer switches, LED lights on the mirrors, electronic parking brake. Just a little graphic for each one of the drive modes. On the aggressive drive modes like the Rock Crawl and Baja, it's going to want you to shift into 4-wheel drive. So that one you would just have to put the vehicle in neutral and then switch that. So yeah, pretty simplistic interior. It's more utilitarian versus luxurious. And then you do have some additional options up here. You have your trail turn assist. That one's going to lock your back inner wheel depending on which way you're turning, and it's going to cut your turn radius down. So if there's obstacles in the way and you need to cut down your turning radius, like trees, or if you're in the sand or dirt or anything, you could lock the inner wheel of the outside of the vehicle, and that'll cut down your turning radius. You got differential lockers front and rear, and then you have your independent suspension, so you'll have your sway bar disconnect, traction control, and your hazard lights. Up here, you have auxiliary switches, so if you wanted to wire up any electrical connections, like the spotlights I was telling you about on the bumper, any pod lights if you wanted to put those on the side mirrors, light bars, rock lights, puddle lights. There's a spot already set aside for the installer to put that in the engine bay. This one did come with a universal garage door opener, and then depending on the trim, they do have the mirrors and lights in the visors. This one did come with the carpeted floor mats, but the floor, that's another option we could check out actually, is that the floor has a drain in it. So if you remove this carpet, there's a drain right there. So pretty cool. You could actually wash out the bottom of the floor with a hose, and then when you're ready to unplug it and get everything out of there, you could just pull the drain on it. So that's a nice little feature. Checking out the back seat, we got a little bit of stuff in here, but to highlight some of the features is this one does have the MOLLE system. So if you have any of those carabiners or water bottles or anything, you can just clip it right to there, kind of like a military backpack style. And then you do have power windows controls for the back with vents, so heat and air conditioning would come out of these. And then you do have some plugs down here, regular house style outlet with some USB Type A and Type C chargers. Headroom's pretty decent. To get the tops off, the roof does come off of the vehicle in all sections. You would just move these clips 90 degrees, and then in the front you have the release levers. Those would just pull down and you'd be able to release. The way that it breaks down is you have the driver individual roof, passenger individual, and then you have the back seat as one large rectangular panel, and then you can take the clamshell off of the back. That one is a little bit more involved, so you would have to get an extra person. You would have to have a place to store it. I know they do make some storage solutions for the garage if you wanted. You can prop it up right. They have some stands you could put them on. And then this one's actually got a bunch of goodies in the back here. So the glass opens up and the door opens sideways like a regular door. So this one does have some roof storage bags, some door storage bags. The flooring back here is also that rugged kind of rubbery texture. Got a little extra storage under here with your spare, your jack, your fuel filler. You got some D-rings over here to tie some stuff down so it's not rolling around. They got a nice little lasso Easter egg on there for the Bronco. You got a little bit of power back here with the 12 volt and then a spotlight for groceries or unloading anything. So that one folds down. I guess I should talk about this one too, is they have an accessory ready rail on here, so people do mount some solutions over here for like gas can holding. They have those tables that would expand on the door. You got your full-size spare tire. It is locked in with 3 lug nuts, and then you do have the backup camera right there coming out of the center hub. LED tail lights as well. So there's a couple extra options that are available that you can get them with the 35-inch tires with the beadlock capable wheels on the Sasquatch package. This vehicle does have the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost. We're going to pop the hood and check that out. So this is our powertrain on the vehicle. It's a 2.7 liter turbo EcoBoost V6. This is going to give you 335 horsepower with 400 plus foot-pounds of torque. It does come with a manufacturer warranty of 3-year 36,000 miles and 5-year 60,000 miles on the powertrain. So everything on the vehicle that's not a wear item, so no brakes, tires, windshield wipers, that's all for 3 years. And then the powertrain, which is your more expensive stuff, the engine, transmission, that's for 5 years, 60,000 miles. Yeah, this is our Ford Bronco Badlands. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. The vehicle is available for sale. It's a demo, actually. It's got about 3,400 miles on it, but it is still brand new. It's never been titled before. Still qualifies for all the new vehicle incentives. If you like the video, make sure to leave a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe, check out some of the other content that we have in here. And like I said, the vehicle is available for sale. If you'd like to see anything specific, go ahead and put that in the comments below. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.